Okay, so what do we got here? We got a thread. It says, if you have a JB case, don't pick it up or carry it with the handle. I thought it was for picking it up and carrying it. Better off going with a cheap case as this if this is what you get for $350 by a guy named Tony Spicer. So this thread's probably going to be deleted. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about it real quick. Um, so first of all, this is something that's super rare. Well, first of all, um, this case was not $350. If this case has one strap, it was $215. If it has two straps, it was $240. And now, actually, back when it was probably purchased, this case is probably several years old. We only recently went up $15. So back when it was probably new, this case would have been about $200 or $225 with two shafts. So it wouldn't be $350. So, I appreciate you guys, inflating the price all the time. You probably walk around saying this is a $300 case or a $350 case, but it's not. This case right here is a $215 case. But that doesn't matter because all of our cases have a lifetime warranty. So this issue, we see it once in a while. It's very rare. Sometimes the material is weak, and it finally gives way. Sometimes we had just had a bad sewing day and we didn't get the threads all where they're supposed to be. And sometimes it's just it's abuse or something like that. And you know, it happens. Things can be torn. But for the most part, if we look at it and we determine that it's possible that it was our fault, then we'll just replace the case or we'll fix it. In this case, we wouldn't fix it; we would replace it. But we have a repair and warranty section on our website, so you just go there and you fill out the form, send us the case, and then we'll evaluate it and take care of it from there. All right, let's see some of the comments here real quick. 140 comments. Okay, these are great. This looks like someone was playing tug of war with it, to be honest, or someone was swinging it like a baseball bat. It's funny because like at shows, I will actually swing the case around and I'll do that. I'll ask people to try to tear it apart. And so far no one's been able to tear my case apart by trying to do it. So there you go. Okay, send it back to JB. No need to put a negative comment. Okay, Mason says, after all that, not one response from you. Let's see, what does he say here? He responded, give him time. I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see. Me posting it. I don't know what that means. Okay. Case looks like it's been through a lot. If you brought it to JB, yes, of course we would work it out. Okay. So these are all the people, we've made over 30,000 cases in the past 14 years. So the thing is that, you know, out of that many cases, you're never going to have anything in a production setting. We have a small workshop, but I do have 25 people making stuff, and it's possible that someone, we just have a bad sewing day or something. But anyway, let's see what these comments are. I love this. There you go. This guy says, weren't you paying people to try and rip the handle off? I think there was a video of this. I said we didn't pay anybody, but I did do videos where I asked people to try really hard to break them. That is true. You can find those on our website. Carol Clark, we miss Carol. She's from the New York area. She's a pro player. Let's see here. John Barton is one of the few guys who takes pride in craftsmanship. Well, I'd say I'm among a bunch of guys who do. Thank you, Oscar. But there's a lot of guys out there who take pride in craftsmanship and durability and strength, you know. Thank you for calling me the best case maker out there. I appreciate that. I am fortunate, you know, to be able to share this space with a lot of good case makers, a lot of people that I've learned a lot from. So, you know, thank you for saying that, and I really do appreciate it. I feel like that we are the best in terms of value for the case, for what you get for the money. But there are a lot of case makers who do better things than we do as well. So, but I will steal their stuff if I think it's better than ours, and I can do it. All right, let's see here. Not sure. Kyle Griffin says I had the same problem with mine, but it's wear and tear. Well, Kyle, you know, if you're listening to this, if you happen to hear this, I'll answer this in just a minute. But Daniel already gave you the information, so you know, just send it to us. You know, just follow the directions in our we. I have some directions on our website as far as the repairs go, and all you gotta do is read through them and just really read through them and follow it. Okay. Now this one is great right here. Jessica says, "No hate, please. My husband and I own two pool rooms, one of which recently burned to the ground. We had customers who rented out lockers. By the way, that's so unfortunate. I'm sorry, Jessica. I also own a pool room. Just purchased it. Been there since 1969. Also has lockers. And I would be sick if our pool room burned down and my customers' queues went with it. But this is good to hear. Guess what? They were perfectly fine on the inside. I know the lockers help, but the fact that the queues were not damaged. You know, we had a person who their car burned up and a similar deal happened. I've actually got a case where it burned up, and I gave the customer a new case. And I have the case in my shop, and I show people this is what it looks like when it's burnt on the outside, but the inside was perfectly fine. You know. Now I didn't build the cases to be that way, but it turns out that you know they seem to hold up pretty good under those extreme conditions. Okay, so fake news. Ever any issues? Don't delete the post. Looked on the website and figured it wasn't a warrant thing. Well, Tony, okay, so Tony Spicer is the person who posted this. He says, I'm here. I said, I'm here. What's up? You know, and I was being sarcastic when I said that because, of course, I had already been alerted to the fact that this was going on. But here's the question, right, Tony? So here's my question to you. What does it hurt you to ask, right? Like, you looked on the website and you figured it wasn't a warranty thing. So if it's not a warranty thing, then it's an abuse thing if you looked on the website, because the website clearly says that if it's not abuse or third party damage, you know, like somehow it happened, you sent it through the luggage thing and it came out on the other side looking like that through the baggage claim, then why not just ask us? You know, I mean, that would be the next logical step, don't you think? Just to send us a message and say, hey, I looked on your website. I'm not sure if this is warranted or not. And then I would send you back a message, or somebody would send you back a message and say, fill out the repair form, send it in, we'll evaluate it, and then we'll let you know. I mean, that way you're closer to a solution instead of just coming on and talking shit about my product, right? Because, you know, I have a lifetime warranty for a reason. The reason is most people never ever need it. So if they needed it, then I would be out of business. Hey, here, this is. So this one says, I'd love to see the tag with the manufacturer date on it. Tony says, where is that? So let's see what they said. Generally stamped where the handle connects to the lid. Okay, so Travis, this is a good point. We started, I would say, about 3 years ago or so, putting the date on the back of it. Cases that were made before that won't have the date, so it's very difficult to figure out when they were made. But generally, a general rule of thumb at this point is that cases without the date are going to be about 3 years old, older than 3 years old, older than 3 years. So that's probably a good rule of thumb at this point. It might even be older than that. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel's got so many JB cases. He's a man right there with all his cases. All right, this post. So Barry says, who in their right mind would spend $350 for a case? I mean, if you had a Balabushka in there, I could understand. Well, Barry, it's not really about the amount of money you spend for a case. It's about whether the case protects your queue or not. And that's the big deal, is you really want great queue protection. You can spend thousands for a case, You mentioned Balabushka, but Balabushkas, now cost $10,000, $20,000. What would it matter if you put your Balabushka? Would you put your Balabushka in a case that was $2,000 and it didn't actually protect the queue? See, the actual protection is what's important here. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's go through this and. Tony's getting shit on here. So here we go. Tony says, no, I didn't. So anyway, let's see. Dan Mott is here. John firmly stands by. It's true. I stand by all the cases. Okay. Solid lifetime warranty. This is not a real JB. Unfortunately, it's probably a real JB, but it's very rare. It's a very rare issue. You are right, Chad. I will make it right. If I determine it's not abuse, I'll make it right. So, okay. London Jeffries got mad at me. The cases are great. The owner, not so much. Me and London, are cool, or we were cool. He got mad. I bought a pool room. A couple weeks after I owned the pool room, he comes over and plays a tournament, and ball rolls off, and he screams across the tournament, "Oh, this fucking place is so shitty." And then, oh, sorry, Nicole. And then.
Sorry, she was wanting to give you a hug.
Oh, it's okay. Come here, Nicole. Give me a hug. Come on. Thank you. It's good to see you. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, so cute. All right. See you later.
See ya. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So what do we got? GB cases are guaranteed for life. Maybe contact them before ranting on Facebook. Mark says he can rant. Hard-earned money, but yes, reach out for warranty. Well, see, I disagree, Mark, because I think that number one, the commentary should be accurate, number one. But number two, I don't think that buying a product gives you the right to slander the maker. You got to try to get a resolution first, and then if you don't get the resolution you want, then go ahead and rant if you want, and then we can hash it out in public. Okay. Mickey, you're not a JB fan. What's up with that, man? You used to be. What's going on? What did Chris say here? You contacted, everybody's asking, did you contact him for the warranty? Thank you. Yep. Justin has a video. Let's watch his video. Somebody's writing, please stick in. All right, let's see. Oh, dang, all that rattling is
No
from
problems.
I love it. Thank you, Justin. That was awesome. That was awesome, Justin. What did Daniel say? Daniel's probably laughing his ass off. Oh my God. Tony says, I wish it was fake news. Oh my God, that's hilarious. All right, what's the gift do? Let me see. Oh, I see. What is this all about? Yeah, right. Yep, that's right. He went there to flame post. So Sherry says that kind of money and doesn't look like leather or strong material. So Sherry, in that situation, you're right. It doesn't look like strong material, but in fact, this is some of the strongest fabric made. But if it's sewn wrong or it's sewn too close to the edge, for example, then it can fray. That's a total possibility, So we can screw up the sewing once in a while, or the material can just have a weak spot. This stuff is made on giant rollers, and once in a while it just has a weak spot that didn't get caught. So sometimes that happens. Guy, do you spin the case around your head like an airplane? So Vin says, better hope no bridge is burnt now. So this is an important part right here, because it says, so JB cases are warranted, not the user. This is important. We don't tie the warranty to a person. If you're holding a JB case, it has a lifetime warranty. With one exception, though. If I already warranty a case and I sold the old one, I will mark it so that it is no longer warranted. So that's just fair, because sometimes I'll get a case in and it will still be a good working case, but there'll be something about it that required that I warranty it, which was fine, but it'll still be something that someone can use, like for storage, or maybe they want a beater case to keep in the car or something like that, and I'll sell it cheaper, but I will mark it so that it can't be warranted again for the same issue. All right, so Joshua says, I had mine close to 10 years. Very good, okay. All it's missing is an APA patch. Oh, man. These guys, I tell you. There you go. See? There we go. Phil says, I don't know, but I'm so glad this post up based on the direct replies, the direct customer service, the direct honesty, the quality, one fluke. I love it. This is awesome. That's right. I don't care if this stuff goes up. I really don't. I don't like to be lied about. Okay. That's important to me, that I don't like to be lied about. The only thing that I saw in this post, which really was not accurate, is the price that was stated. It's not a $350 case, okay? But we do sell cases for $350 and $400 and $500 and $2,000. So the thing is that if you buy a JB case, then I want you to be able to depend on it, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you spent $100 with me or you spent $2,000 with me. I want you to be able to depend on it, and I don't want this stuff to happen. And it doesn't make me happy to see it, of course. But the important part here is that I wish that people would talk to us. I have not approved all warranty claims. Once in a while something comes in and it's like, no, dude, you wrecked this case. People drag their cases on the ground and then they ask for me to warranty it, and I'm like, no, yeah, that's abuse. Cases are not meant to be dragged. But most of these cases that have come in like this, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever denied one of these claims. because I say to myself, we've tested it, and if it seems like it's plausible, then we'll just chalk it up to a mistake, and then we'll go in and we'll use it and tell everybody, say, please make sure that you're sewing these right, check these items. A lot of times we will, if we get a problem in and we think that we can do better in that area of the case, then the very next day we will be working on it, making it better, so that the next cases that come off of our workbenches are stronger, so that whatever that problem is won't happen. So for example, a lot of these cases that are coming in now like this, and as I said, it's very rare, right? It's even at that, it's very rare, but almost none of the newer cases the last couple years, 2-3 years, are having this problem. So, most of the cases coming in are cases that were done years and years and years ago. And as I said, at any given time, someone can just slip up and a case can slip through, and that can happen. But the cases, generally hold up for years, even when, they weren't, if we had a sewing mistake like that, on the top. That's what we're noticing. So, yeah, honestly, I've probably got maybe I've got 4 or 5 cases in my shop where this has happened to it. And anyway, what I do when I get them in is I just cut them up. I use them for storage if they're still good, or I just cut them up and throw them away. But that's it. There's no epidemic of this happening. So, the thing that upsets me is we go all the way back to the top here. The thing that upsets me the most on this is this. It's not even the 350 saying, oh, 350. It's this one right here. It's this. If you have a JB case, don't pick it up or carry it with the handle. I thought it was for picking it up and carrying it. Better off going with a cheap case, but this is what you get for 350. So 350, and then he's got a thumbs up, right? 350 is not the price of the case. That's just, let's get that off the chest. But it doesn't matter about the price, The reason that you go with a JB case is first and foremost for the protection of your cues. And your cues are still protected even like this. The interior is what you're doing when you go with a JB case. Let me look at this anyway. I want to see something. So this is all like torn up right here. I don't even know how that happened, but let's see. Can we make it bigger? Yeah, see, there's something else going on with this case, but I have to look at it and see. But the thing is that if you know anything about JB cases, you know that I'm all about the durability. So, of course the handle is for picking it up and carrying it. Don't act like that you just bought it and this happened like a day after you got it. This case, you've been using it for years. And so if this was something that was our fault, then this happened over years of use, So, it possibly just gave way finally. But we've got other people that have been using their cases for 10 years now with not any problems. So this is not, as I said again, and I'm going to keep saying it, this is a rare issue. So before you do this, you should call us and say, hey, this is what's going on with my case. I read your warranty. Doesn't look like it's warranted. Can you clarify? And then we would have told you, fill out the repair form, send it in, let us look at it. And when we get it, if we determine it's not abuse and not damage from external force, then we will repair it or replace it. It's that simple, really. All right, that's it. That's the end of the video. Let's see if I can, hopefully it recorded. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye-bye. This is John Barton from JB Cases signing off.